Today I am in the library and I'm going to be working on a DIY home improvement task, and that is changing out an electrical outlet and box in this manufactured home, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry HANSON. We are changing out the outlet in the library office. One of the plugs quit working for some reason. It was working before and it quit. So I'm going to go ahead and change it out. The tools I'm going to use is a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, an electrical wire stripper, a wire cutters, also known as a pair of dikes, needle nose pliers, and a sheetrock knife. Forgive me for the audio in the background. It's hot. We have the air conditioner running, and that's the background hum that you hear here in the office. Number one safety thing you need to do before you start working with electricity is go to your circuit box, locate your circuit that is for the plug that you are working on, and turn that circuit off. If you are unsure, just go ahead and switch the whole power main off, and that will eliminate any chances of getting shocked. So to start with, I have to move the desk out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and access the work area. This funky little plug that is half of it's working, the other half is not. We're going to go ahead and take the screwdriver Phillips, and we're going to loosen the little clips behind the this little box. What the clips do is they go back into the wall, fold down, and you can do it with both screws and then just pull the plug right on out. The plug has a little brown cap over the back, so I use a screwdriver to pry the back cap off, exposing the wires that are just compression fit down into these fittings in which the contact is made to make the plug work. Apparently one of these fittings on one of the wires is not working. So we go from there, and we're going to cut the wires. We're going to enlarge the hole with the sheetrock knife, and then we'll go ahead and thread those wires through 3 openings that I made in the box. 1 on the bottom and 2 on the top. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and press the box into place, and we're using a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to go ahead and start tightening those little flanges so that holds the box in place in the drywall. Once the box is secured in the drywall, we will be able to work with the wires, cutting them to the appropriate length that I need to work with. For one set of wires, I'm going to go ahead and strip a little bit longer exposed wire than the others, because I want to bend each of those, the black and the white wire, into a loop. This allows me to secure it to the screw post on each side of the plug. You will notice one screw post is a silver color and the other one is a copper color. The copper color will go to the black wire, the silver color will go to the white wire. There's a green screw at one end. I'm going to run a loop of this ground wire, and leaving it intentionally longer. I'm going to loop it through and leave the extra length out for future purpose. We'll explain later once we get to that point. The other wires, we're going to go ahead and strip those accordingly to the length that I need. Now on the back of this new plug, there's 4 holes. 2 holes are for the white side, 2 holes are for the black side. Please don't confuse one with the other. We're just going to go ahead and strip the wires back, press each color into the side that it needs to go into. There's a black side and a white side, and we do that for both wires that I have left remaining. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the grounding wires, and I'm going to put them all together and trim them to the same length. And to these I'm going to apply what we call a wire nut this yellow little nut here that's sized for 3 wires. We're going to go ahead and twist that on and connect all 3 ground wires together. Once we have this accomplished, we're going to go ahead and put the plug inside the box, carefully folding the wires neatly inside that box. Now the inside of that box is large enough to accommodate the extra wiring and also the back part of that plug. So we carefully screw those into the box itself. The plug comes with screws already. Once we got the plug in place, we add the faceplate. Now this faceplate, they now make them with a screw already attached, and the screw does not remove from the faceplate. It has a little keeper on there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and attach the faceplate, and then we're going to go and turn the power back on. We're going to test our circuit. We're going to plug the air conditioner on, turn it on, and voila, we now have a working plug. Now that the project's done, we can carry on. I want to thank you for joining me on this DIY home improvement episode with changing out a electrical outlet in the wall and its box. I want to issue a disclaimer. I am not a certified electrician. I am a homeowner, and as a homeowner I'm able to change these things out without having a certified electrician do so on the simple stuff. So if you guys have any hesitation or don't know and not comfortable working with electricity, please don't do it. I'm your host, Jerry HANSON, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. I'd like to thank you and join us again by subscribing and being cued in for more videos as I upload them. And for those of you who are lucky enough to have Discovery Channel or Animal Planet, you could look up our episode. It's Honey, I Torched the Homestead on the Discovery Channel. The name of the show is called Homestead Rescue. We filmed it last January and it's airing right now. It just premiered last week in Canada, and it'll start premiering in other places around the world. I want to thank you guys for coming. We'll see you later. Bye bye.